Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing, we've got to take it, haven't we? It's just like me, the 25th of August. We're starting your reading with the daily crystal cards, the messages from here. So we just need one more please and thank you for Leo. Got that one straight away. So we have Apophyllite. Stay positive. Are you feeling a little bit negative Nelly at the moment? Are you surrounded by Debbie Downers? And then we have Garnet. Ignite your passion, Leo. Stay positive and ignite your passion. How lovely. Let's see what the tarot says. Now, we're using a new deck. It's not brand new. I've had this for a very long time, but I've forgotten about it. Look how gorgeous it is. It's called the Star Tarot. So, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Leo and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. What's the focus for Leo, please and thank you. We have the Eight of Cups. And the opportunity, please and thank you, is, that looks like, yeah, the Nine of Cups. That's progress already, look. We've gone from an 8 to a 9. Challenge, please and thank you. What's your challenge? That looks like the Knight of Swords. It is the Knight of Swords. They're very different in this deck. Always reminds me, what's the dog that's got the really curly, wavy hair? Not a poodle, a bit bigger than a poodle. Anyway, always reminds me of that. And what's bubbling under the surface for Leo? That's Bella moaning. Oh wow, look at that. 2 of Swords, is that? Oh, 7 of Swords, I beg your pardon. Okay. Opportunity, advice and outcome, please and thank you for Leo. Is that, no, this is the Hanged One, but it's the Hanged Man, the same as in the traditional tarot. Okay, interesting. 8 of Cups is your focus for next week. Now, the 8 of Cups, you can see she has her cups all on the surface of the sea there. Cups are our emotions, relationships, and friendships. And somebody or something is just not ticking her box anymore. She's desperate to get to the surface. It's like you've got to leave something behind next week. Look at something who's not really, I don't know, fulfilling your heart at the moment, your heart chakra, or what isn't. And it's like, no, we need to go and look at what does rather than what doesn't, because you've got the star and she's literally swimming up to the star there and the beautiful rainbow. But she does need to leave one of these cups down here. Anyway, 9 of Cups is your opportunity. And it's like by one door closes, another door opens, basically, because the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. And this is like, right, by leaving something behind, almost, you know, it's like a blessing in disguise. Things then start to happen for you. Have you got a blockage going on in the heart chakra of some sort, relationship or friendship? But the 9 of Cups is just feeling really content, happy. The reason the 9 of Cups comes along, and we call it the wish fulfillment card, it doesn't land in your lap. You've been doing the work, Leo. You know, you're the one that's been sitting in the vibration of what you really want. And it's like, now the opportunity is coming around for you to actually experience that too. The cards are magnificent. Then the Knight of Swords is your challenge. Now, the Knight of Swords as a challenge can be, if it's a person, it's somebody around you who's a bit pushy, and they're trying to convince you to do something, or they're putting pressure on you to do something, to say something, to move forward very quickly with something, and you're digging your heels in, or you're like a bit resistant to some of the idea. Or it can simply mean that you're struggling to put your words into action, whereas you're talking about it, you're thinking about it, and then maybe thinking, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. There's something about you know, you're struggling to actually move forward with this idea. Now, the Seven of Swords is what's bugging you. The Seven of Swords is somebody being deceitful, going behind your back. It's also the card of being strategic about something. I just feel with this Knight of Swords, if there's, I don't know, maybe you've had crosswords with somebody or they're not on board with what you're doing. And then the Seven of Swords is like, well, how can I bring them round to my way of thinking and making it sound like it's their idea? You know, it's that kind of thing is what I feel. I don't feel it's like, you know, it's not, I don't know. Trust your intuition on this though. Only you will know, Leo, if they are not being completely honest with their actions, their words, and their intentions. Now, the Hanged One is your advice and outcome, and this is about, well, the Hanged One does not go in at 100 miles an hour. So you're right there to not be like that. They take a step back and they're like, right, okay, we need to look at this from a different perspective. We need to take time out and reevaluate something. Let's have a look though what the Radiant Rider Waite has to say. So, Eight of Cups, why are you here for Leo, please and thank you. You know, maybe you do trust your intuition about somebody not having the best intentions for you next week, and that's your Eight of Cups. That's what you're leaving behind. You'll be like, really? Yeah, I knew all along. You know, I'm off, or I'm not putting up with that. Whatever you know your blockage is, Leo. Yeah, I want to say, what's keeping you from swimming to the surface there? King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, but the focus of the King of Pentacles is to be very mature, very grounded. It can mean that, you know, you're around somebody who's a little bit boring, may I say, because the King of Pentacles can be, you know, he's just interested in staying at home, being very very financially minded, doesn't go out and have fun because he doesn't really want to spend the money. For some of you, I think that's a bit like next week is like, yeah, nah. I'm not saying you're leaving your partner or doing anything dramatic. It just comes to light. And even if you think, well, you know what, you can stay at home, I'm off. I'm just next week, you know, make plans without them. Maybe they need that. Interesting. Anyway, let's see this Nine of Cups, which there's an opportunity. Yeah, I just feel like there's an opportunity for you to I don't know, to have a bit of fun even. Not that Nine of Cups really means that, but whatever that means for you. Nine of Cups, why are you here, please and thank you. Perhaps, you know, with that, if that King of Pentacles is the person that's keeping you from having a bit of fun or whatever it might be, that, you know, you might work it out. And that's why your Nine of Cups is whatever your wishes are. Oh, I can't make that up. You've got the Hanged Man again. As I say, there's some sort of, I feel like there's a reconciliation going on here. Something whereby, you know, you're both coming together, or it's a boss at work, somebody who's not recognizing your skill set because they're, you know, the King of Pentacles can be a financial manager. They're not allowing you maybe to develop in the way that you should with the Cups energy, with the creative side, because they're too focused on the cost of it, the budgets. But anyway, the Hanged Man is here with the Nine of Cups, and it's like, yeah, because you have turned things upside down, you have looked at something from a different perspective. It's shed light on it, and it's turned it around on its head for you. Knight of Swords is here as a challenge. I just feel like this, you're feeling a little bit frustrated here, Leo. You've got all these thoughts, all these ideas. You want to charge forward with them, but it's not happening. And that might be because you're talking yourself out of it. It might be lack of confidence. It could be that King of Pentacles. Very fatherly energy, also the King of Pentacles for some of you. That's clarified by the... So say you've got all these ideas. Ace of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, I've got this. I want to charge forward with this idea, with this new job, maybe. Something, you know, you feel like, I just think you feel like you're missing out on something by sticking in this King of Pentacles energy. And it's like, no, I need to swim up to that surface and break free a little bit. You feel that you're drowning, but in as much as like, because you feel suppressed, your creative side isn't being expressed enough. The Seven of Swords is in what's like bubbling under the surface, what's knitting at you. Oh my gosh, Ace of Cups. It could be that you've got a new relationship or a new friendship or somebody around you that you're struggling to trust. That Ace of Cups. And it might just be because you don't know them that well yet, but there's just something about them. Let's do one more on that because I'm nosy. Ace of Cups, why are you here with the Seven of Swords, please and thank you? Or is somebody offering you something at work that you just think that's too good to be true? Or even in a relationship and you're not trusting them? Queen of Pentacles. I just feel like somebody's trying to offer you, for some of you, a financial opportunity, perhaps, drawing you in financially. But you're maybe right to trust that that's not all it appears to be. Because the Queen of Pentacles she's very Empress energy also. She sits and she knows that she sits in abundance. She follows the rules of the universe. What she gives out, she gets back, and she knows that. She's very resourceful. She's very content and happy. Very motherly energy too. Oh, for some of you, you're getting hints from, you've got a mum in spirit who's just saying, yeah, trust your gut on this, Leo. Or grandma in spirit or something. I do think this is to do with money here, or a financial opportunity. Somebody's, and just feel like you're having the wool pulled over your eyes. And then the advice and outcome is, again, it's like, don't rush in. Definitely don't rush in. Four of Swords, think on it, take some rest, because that's what the Four of Swords is all about. You can see they've got these ideas looming over their head, yeah. But as soon as they've rested, they turn golden here. And it's like it puts it into perspective for you. It's also something about, you know, getting downloads from spirit. Let's have, okay. And the Strength card. There, you've just turned up in your own reading, Leo. Lovely. Be you, be strong, be courageous. But you do need to put this into perspective. Put it on, you know, take a step back, look at things from a different perspective, rest on it. There's definitely a message here of do not rush if you are offering something. But that Eight of Cups is telling me, you know, that something's just not right. It's not working out. Now, going back to your cards at the beginning, it says, stay positive, ignite your passion, which is your Ace of Cups and your Ace of Pentacles. Anyway, let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle. Interesting reading there for you, Leo. What's the message? Oh, just one, please, and thank you. There we go. We've got between worlds. And I just feel that that's what you're feeling with that Eight of Cups. You know, on the one hand, you know, your world could seem very black and white, very day to day. On the other hand, it sounds like Betsy dog home here at the moment. I can hear next door's dog and my dog barking. And on the other hand, you can see that there's great potential to step outside of that black and white and be that creative. And they're wearing a crown as well. Look how gorgeous they look. Anyway, I'm going to have to end your reading quite quickly because the dogs are barking. I don't want them to ruin your reading. So have a great week. Take care. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next week.